Welcome back to On Point, big name edition. James, the Pacific Classic is here, and pretty much what you would want to see in a Grade 1 race, going a mile and a quarter. Also have champion Songbird in action in the Alabama, a couple other Grade 1s on various undercards, but definitely all eyes on the Pacific Classic. I don't want to say backwards because we'll start with the beginning, but before we get to the winner, I want to know who you think will be in front when they hit the finish line the first time. So quarter mile into the race, who's leading the Pacific Classic?
I'm thinking it's going to be Dortmund in front.
I agree.
I think that Chrome's going to flash out of there, but he's going to try to get over, and he's going to let Dortmund go. And, I just think Dortmund has a chance to really get clear in the early going. But you're right about it. You get the top three in there. A lot of people probably thought it was going to be a short field with them, but they got 9 horses. So
yeah, they some better chances than others, even beyond the other three. Yeah. But it's a compelling group, and the size of the field. Certain horses go. It could get some pressure on the front end. Delmore from the outside is certainly a wild card, getting weight as a 3-year-old. So yeah, I agree. I think Chrome might break on top by the rail and has to get good position, but an eighth of a mile in the race, Victor's going to look over and hopefully see, I think in his mind, hopefully see Bejarano taking control of the race on top of Dortmund, and then Beholder probably right there, maybe behind California Chrome. Down the backstretch, who makes a move? When do you think we really see a challenge on the front?
Well, yeah, I think Dortmund and Baffer would love to lay on Chrome. That's why I think they'll have to let him go, and then California Chrome will be in a position where he's closer, I think, the pace than Beholder is. He'll probably make the first move, but I'll be looking for a big swooping move on the far turn, similar to Beholder's race last year.
Yep, yeah, I know you did pick Beholder on top. Twinspires blog has your thoughts there. Not only out of respect for her talent, which obviously is immense, but also you are concerned about the rail for California Chrome.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%. It's not, he's got to deal with Hoppertunity there. Maybe perhaps Hoppertunity doesn't have the speed to, stay with him. But, I guarantee you Baffer would love to, keep him, like I was saying, pinned down there. So it's a matter of, working out that trip. It's a matter of not just, coming out of the gate like he did in the San Diego or Dubai World Cup and just being in position, and just with nothing in front of him and being able to settle into it. Now he's got some maneuvering to do, and because there's no way they want to be on the inside part of the track the whole way. There's no way they want Dortmund to his outside, hounding him from the very beginning.
Yeah, I agree. I did pick him on top. I think he's the most likely winner. From a wagering perspective, though, to me, really any of the big three can win. Hard Aces is the one I'm going to be cheering for down the lane, hoping he picks up some pieces at 15 or 20 to 1. Obviously, if it comes Chrome, Dortmund, Beholder, we're looking at, a 580 trifecta. Yeah. No one has any interest in that. So Hard Aces is the one for me. Danny Zucker actually picked Hoppertunity on top. And that surprised me a little bit. I just think he's the alternative for everyone else among the top three, and 8 to 1 isn't enough for me. Do you give anyone a chance outside the big three?
My wild card is Delmore. We've seen it before. 3-year-olds can make huge moves at this time of year.
Sure.
Whether it's will take charge, no factor in the Triple Crown, and then he was eventually champion 3-year-old, or even a late blooming types. I think he broke his maiden in March. He's eligible to really continue to move forward, whereas I don't see that potential with Win the Space, Hard Aces, Hoppertunity, and the like.
Yeah, Hard Aces has already had his move forward, so I'm looking for him to do that. War Story would be a complete shock to me. I said it would be the most shocking win that I've seen in 15 years of doing this professionally, and I'd have to think about it. I can't think of a win that would shock me more than him here.
At least he got a confidence-building victory last time.
1 to 20 at this round.
He would still be not favored in a 50 claimer on the undercard, but you're right. It would just be such a total shocker. It's beyond comprehension.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so you have Beholder on top. Did you take Delmore second, or what?
No? Well, I like Beholder. I'll go with California Chrome second, and then I'll use Delmore underneath though as well well in the exotics. I mean, with Dortmund, to me, the 1.25 mile distance is a little bit of an, he's by Big Brown, but I still think he's better off at a 1/16, 1/8, and that's a little bit of my concern in there. And like I said, I expect him to get multiple runs at him as well, setting the pace.
Yeah, and for me, even though he was off the longer layoff than Chrome, he was getting weight. Chrome was off from Dubai, and it was a shorter distance. I feel like if they were going to spring it on Chrome, last time was the time.
Right.
He just wasn't good enough, and now this is in Chrome's wheelhouse, other than the rail concern. So I'm with you. I prefer Beholder to Dortmund, but if Hard Aces finishes second, I don't want to lose because Dortmund won. So I'm still going to use them with Hard Aces, but from a multi-race standpoint, I do prefer the other two, the big two to Dortmund. And speaking of big horses, none bigger in 3-year-old fillies than Songbird, even with Catch a Glimpse running on Sunday, but all eyes on the main track with her. I have her fair odds at 2-5. After her, I really can't make a case for anyone in the win slot. It would be an upset no matter what. Dark Nile is the one I'll use underneath. Just she's 20-1. I think she's a little bit better than some of the other ones who will take more money in the exactas. But from a multi-race standpoint, Lone A, no other horses. Songbird is it for me. Do you give anyone any other chance?
Well, I mean, if I was no, I don't. But if I was looking to play a straight exact, I would probably go with that Going for Broke, the Chad Brown, because once again, there's a filly that looks like to me she has improving form. That there's no telling where her ceiling is. I mean, she's still be severely class tested, but the Dark Rain. I mean, the one thing with her is that she's got early speed. It'll be interesting to see if she flashes forward and potentially put some pressure on Songbird, because if Songbird's a couple lengths clear going in the first turn, then
it's over.
Yeah, go get a sandwich.
It's not even a 1.25 race at that point. Yeah, I agree. The filly you mentioned, any concern with her trainer, Chad Brown? He's not doing too well lately.
No, not really. I mean, I look at her. She's got a proven form, like I said. So, she's the only one in there that I gave even a small upset chance to. But it's going to be, 1-9 on on Songbird, and that's what I expect.
All right. Yeah. We'll, I'm sure, be talking more about where she goes from there than the race itself, unless we really see something out of this world, which is possible with her. But Saturday promises to be big. Any other spot plays?
Yeah, Wanstead Gardens in the Del Mar Handicap. Flamboyant and Ashley Love Sugar, I think, are both vulnerable in there. They're the horses to beat, but they're nothing special. I think that Wanstead Gardens, horse for the course, comes off a good allowance win. 12-1 morning line. I hope to get a price in that range.
All right, yeah, I'm looking to upset that race too. I like Patinar stretching out, has European breeding, finally gets 11
That was
furlongs.
a sneaky move last time.
Yeah, he's consistent on our numbers, and at 20-1, I'll take a shot. I don't think the favorites are anything to be too concerned about there. So you and I looking to hook up a price there, and then into the Pacific Classic. Great pick 4 sequence at Saturday at Del Mar, great racing at Saratoga, Breeder Stakes Sunday at Woodbine. Got some pick 4 promotions, so check that out. And next week we'll give out a Travers winner.
All right, look forward to it.
All right, until then.